like everyone is expecting a baby these days in the Hollywood world and then in the real world also. And picking a nursery could be pretty tough. It's the most important room in the entire house when it comes to a baby. So we brought in a designer here, a rescue. She's going to rescue us. This is Tina Delia.
Hello.
And you have some really great ideas. Now, way back when, 4 years ago, when I had a baby, I spent a lot of time in that room, and a lot of times it was 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, so you want it to be an oasis.
Yes.
So tell us some new stuff that's out there.
Well, basically, what I want to encourage parents, new parents, to think about the nursery as being a refuge also for themselves.
Yes.
I mean, they're going to be spending so much time in this space with their new baby, nurturing, and they should also feel like they should nurture themselves.
Because you need that at that point. You kind of don't feel like yourself. You need to get back to it, and you need a little rest. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I want you to keep function in mind. That's the first thing. So determine how you're going to be using the space. Will the baby sleep in the nursery at ignition, or will you keep the baby in your room?
Right.
But basically, keep function in mind as far as where you place the furniture.
Right.
So you want to keep the changing table close to the crib. You want to keep your...
And here's the changing table, which is nice.
Yes.
It has a couple tiers. You want a lot of baskets because you have the diapers, you have the cream, you have everything you need. So baskets are always good.
Yes.
And then and you want to think about height also.
You do want to think about height. You don't want something too high. I mean, this seems like a perfect height. I mean, for us, and we're also petite,
right.
So you know, it's functional enough that where you can grab the baby.
Sure.
You could take the baby from the crib right to the changing table or right to the chair.
Right, because a lot of women are recovering from a cesarean, so there's a lot of pain, so you want to be able to just place the baby. You know, it's a lot harder work than you think. So these baskets, the height, very, very good.
Great.
Okay, now the crib. You had an interesting fact here. You have to think about the baby, but then beyond that, they grow very quickly, like weeds.
Yes.
So beyond the crib.
Right, so beyond the crib. Although this crib, something interesting to note is that this crib can grow with the baby. You can use it from infancy all the way up to 10 years.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
And it goes faster than you know. You know,
yes.
When you have the baby, you don't think about the baby being 2 years old, but before you know it, you're changing this crib up. Okay, great. So there's a couple steps with the crib?
There's a couple of steps with the crib. It actually comes in a smaller piece, and then it grows to this size, and then you can open it up, and it can become a toddler bed, and then to up to 10 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this idea. I have a lot of friends who just had babies, and they kind of, this is a big part of their room. You know, it's a big statement in the room.
Yes.
And you kind of draws your eyes to the chair. So not only does it look good, it has to be comfortable. You're spending a lot of time in there.
Yes. And this, you know, this is not the traditional glider or rocker, which, you know, a lot of moms want, but this actually can also grow.
Yeah.
You could use this as breastfeeding. I mean, you could sit in this and, you know, have your head, you know, arms propped up with the baby, and it's soft. It feels soft under your skin.
And all of this is important. It sounds like it's a little thing, but it's a really big thing at that time.
It is.
So I love it.
Yes.
And you can change the color depending on the decor of your room.
Absolutely. You just get it reupholstered. It doesn't cost too much, and this chair was very inexpensive. We got this for $149.
Get out.
Yeah.
Because they can be pretty costly. I mean, you could pay $1,500 for this.
Right.
I love it. And then it's going to grow with you. This can go in your living room later.
This can go, or it can stay in the teenage, you know, I can see a girl, you know, cuddling up on this, reading a book, and just sort of allowing it to grow with her.
Okay. Moving on to this. Tell me about this, cleaning the air in the room.
Right, so you want to use non-toxic materials as much as possible in the new baby nursery. And so this is the Germ Guardian, and it uses UV technology to filter the air and allow it to come back as clean. It takes all of the toxins out of the air. Another thing to keep in mind also is when you're looking for paint colors, you want to use non-VOC paint.
Yeah, it's important, and you think about all that stuff. All right, we're ready to have a baby now. All right, thank you so much, Tina.